Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I've missed you all so much. Today, we're going to start our first grammar lesson. You'll find this lesson in the structure booklet of the first term. This lesson's title is If Conditionals. Okay, I'm going to share with you now a screen, and we're going to explain to you Okay. First, what does if conditionals mean? Let's see together what does if conditional mean. They describe the result of something that might happen in the present or the future. So something that might happen. Okay, let's see what does this mean also. Let's see. Okay. Conditionals are sentences with two clauses or two parts. An if clause or if sentence and a main clause. So the two parts, the first part, or we call it the if sentence or the if clause, and the second one is called the main clause. Conditional sentences are often divided into different types. So there are different types of the if sentences. Let's see. The first type, we call it the zero condition. It's called the zero condition. When do we use the zero condition? We use the zero condition to talk about general truth and rules. So if we are talking about a rule or a general truth, and of course we know that general truth means facts. So if it's a general truth sentence or a rule sentence, we're going to use the zero condition. But what does zero condition mean? Let's see. Or how do we form it? How do we make the sentence or of the zero condition? It's done by adding the if clause or the if sentence, if plus present simple, and the second part or the main clause also we form it in the present simple. It is formed, as you can see, by putting both verbs in the present simple. The example that you can see shows that if the if clause plus the present simple, which is the present simple here is am, and this is of course the present simple of verb to be. The main clause is also followed by the present simple of the verb gets. So the example here is, if I'm late for school, my teacher gets angry. So the main or the if clause of the if sentence, if I'm late for school, and the present form of verb to be is am. The main clause or the main sentence is my teacher gets angry, and of course the present simple of get is gets. Okay, another example, we're going to see more examples. We have here, if the traffic light is red, cars stop. Of course, here the present simple of the if clause is also verb to be, is, and the present simple of the other or the main clause sentence, the verb is stop. And we can see here it's a rule. That's why we use it's the zero condition. Okay, another example. If you smoke, you get yellow teeth. So this is also a rule. If you smoke, you get yellow teeth. As you can see also, the if clause, I forgot the F here, I'm sorry, but the if clause, if you smoke, you get yellow teeth. Okay. Let's see the coming one. If you mix water and electricity, you get shocked, you get electrified. So of course, water and electricity don't mix. The if part here or the if sentence, the present simple of the verb is mix, and of course, you get, the present simple of the main verb here is the verb get, is get. Okay, let's see general truth or fact. If you boil water, it evaporates. It's a fact. If you boil some water, it evaporates. Really, it's a fact. You took it in science, everybody knows it. Okay, another general truth. If or when ice melts, it becomes water. As you can see here, if you can use when instead of if we're talking about general truth. Okay, so this is another fact. If you put some water into the freezer and get it out, it's ice. And if you want it to change into water again, what do? You melt it, you leave it. Either it would melt by itself, or you boil it, or you heat it or something, and it will turn into water. Okay, another one. If you wave a red flag, it means danger. This is a rule. The people use it among themselves. It's, you know, if you wave a red flag, it means danger. If you, we have another thing. If you wave a white flag, it means that you surrender or it's peace. Not going to do anything. Okay. The river freezes if it is so cold. This is also a fact in very cold countries, as you know, not here in Egypt, but in other countries when it's really freezing, when the weather is so cold, the temperature is below 0 degrees, the rivers and seas and oceans freeze. Okay, plants die if they don't get enough water. Of course, this is a general truth. If you don't water plants, if you plant some seeds and if you don't water them regularly, they will die. So this is a general truth. As you can see here, we use the present simple. Here, as you can see that the if sentence comes second, not at the beginning of the sentence. So the two clauses are exchangeable. You can exchange their places. You can start with the main clause, or you can start with the if clause. You can start with the if sentence, or you can start with the main sentence. Okay, so here we exchange them. Plants die if they don't get enough water. And of course, we use the present simple, the negative of the present simple, don't or doesn't. Okay. The second type of the conditionals that we're going to study this year is called the first conditional. Okay, what is the first conditional? Why do I use it? It is used to talk about things which might happen in the future. Of course, we can't know what will happen in the future, but this describes possible things which could easily come true. So what might happen in the future, we don't guarantee that it's going to happen, but likely it's going to happen. Okay. Okay, but how do we form the first conditional sentence? Let's see together. As we said before, the sentence consists of two clauses. The if clause is followed by present simple tense, as you can see here in the table. The main clause is formed by will or can plus the base form of the verb, or the verb as it is. Okay, so here there's a difference between the zero condition and the first condition. The first condition is formed by if plus the present simple, and the main clause will or can plus the base form or the infinitive of the verb, or the verb as it is. Okay, let's see the example. There is an example here that shows you the rule. If is followed by present simple, which is go, and the main clause is followed by will plus the base form of the verb, which is see. If I go to London, I will see the Big Ben. As you can see here, the verb is go, the present simple followed, which follows if, but then, and this is the if clause or the if sentence, and the main clause or the second, the main sentence is the verb is formed by adding will and the infinitive form of the verb. Okay, there are more examples here to explain to you. If I go to London, this is the first clause, the if clause. If I go to London, here the verb is in the, yes, exactly, the present simple. What will happen? I will see the Big Ben. This might happen or might not happen, but it's likely to happen. So, and the second part, which is the main clause, is followed by will and the infinitive, which is will see here in this sentence. Okay, let's see another example. If I go to the Buckingham Palace, I can take a photo of the Royal Guard. Now I'm in London, so if I go to the Buckingham Palace, I can take a photo of the Royal Guard. Here, as you can see, we replaced will with can, so you can use both. Okay, here it is. Okay, we have something else. We have, if you want to say if not, we can use the word unless instead of it. We can use the word unless instead of if not. So how do we use it? Unless I win the lottery, I won't travel, around the world. I'm not sure if I will win, but there is a possibility. So here it's the negative meaning of if. Unless means if not. Okay, now let's practice together. I'm going to share with you part of your booklet. I'm sorry, just a minute. Okay. I'm going to share with you another screen, which is here. Okay, here it is. In your booklet, you have in page 48, you have the table with the rule, which I've just explained. You can read it. I'll give you some minutes to read it. First of all, I'm going to ask you to look at the sentences now. Let's see, I'm not going to answer all the sentences with you, but at least I'll try to answer some that tackle the rule. If you, in number 2, if you heat ice, it melt. Well, I have to decide if I'm going to use the first condition or the zero condition. Of course, here I have to decide which kind of sentence is this. This is a general truth or a fact sentence. Excellent. So we're going to use the zero condition. That's good. So if you, here we're going to use which tense? Present simple, present simple. If clause, present simple. Main clause, present simple, because it's the zero condition and it's a general truth. If you heat, so let's start with writing heat. What happens? It melts. Excellent.